What's good everyone, my name is Chefkoch and today I want to talk about an uprising artist from Mongolia, Death Souljah. Death Souljah is a rapper, producer and editor from Mongolia's capital city Ulaanbaatar who started releasing music in 2020 under the alias Sober. He's perhaps most known for his artistic style based on the early internet culture and anime visuals. Next to that, his biggest inspirations, both musically as well as stylistically, include Black Cray and Yabujin, but I can also hear some Carti God, Lil Tracy, Reptilian Club Boys and Snow Strippers influence in his records. But his name Death Souljah is clearly inspired by Black Cray and Lil Tracy, since the slang soldier with an H is regularly used by them. Like I said before, Death Souljah started releasing music in 2020, but his earliest public records trace back to late 2021. His early work was very trance and cloud rap influenced, and back then he released songs like Heart Eater, which is amongst his most popular songs to this day. What's very refreshing about Souljah's discography is that he has experimented with a lot of different subgenres, as his soundscape blends cloud rap, funk, rage, hex, electroclash, hardstyle and sometimes ambient music. His records are marked by a dark atmospheric production as well as emotionally intense lyrics about despair and alienation. And another unique aspect about Death Souljah's music is that he raps in English as well as in Mongolian. Therefore his tracks have this refreshing mix of different languages and cultures. Now let's talk about my personal highlights of his discography, starting with the tape Hopeless from January 2023, which mixed cloud rap with hex style vocals. It is fair to say that this tape is very Yabujin-esque, as we can hear on songs like Trapped Out in 2D, but I enjoyed this record nevertheless, and it was my personal introduction to Souljah's music back in early 2024. Next to that we have Depressed Angels from September 2023, which featured a mix of cloud rap and hard trap music. This record has heavy Black Cray influences, and my favorite song on here has to be this one. In addition, we have Choose Death from August 2023, as well as Snuff Tapes from March 2024, which both are witch house / electroclash projects, so if you like To Hollis or Snow Strippers, these tapes are for you. And I think that we can already recognize a reoccurring theme in the album titles. Almost every record by Death Souljah has a sad and depressing name, which fits somewhat with the overall melancholic sonority of his discography. Now let's talk about Hopeless 2 from July 2024, another very uplifting title. This is a sequel to Death Souljah's 2023 tape, and it is a very interesting project in my opinion, because the first half of the tape fits into the OG funk soundscape, yet the second half's sonority lies somewhere between rage, hex and trance, so both parts of the record couldn't be more different. Still, it definitely is worth a listen because it is one of Death Souljah's most polished records yet in my opinion. Next to that we have Vomit Boy Poetry from November 2024, which is a great experimental rage album, clearly influenced by the current US underground movements with hits like Bad Romance, and I got to say, that sample flip is tough. And last but not least we have Boy Toy from April 2025, which is another experimental album with rage and hardstyle influences. It's not amongst my favorites, but still worth a listen if you like those subgenres. So as a conclusion, while specific biographical details are very limited, Death Souljah managed to make a name for himself in Mongolia and even internationally thanks to his avant-garde soundscape. His music spreads around the globe just like the Mongolian Empire did, so his ancestors for sure would be proud of him. Next to that, Death Souljah is helping to break rap's boundaries by blending the genre with many different styles of internet era music, therefore his discography is like the perfect fusion of Black Cray, Yabujin and Snow Strippers. Some fans criticize Souljah for copying these artists too much, but I personally see him trying to carve out his own lane in the industry with his recent records, and he's able to develop his soundscape steadily. Each album has a different sonority. So definitely check out Death Souljah's music if you haven't yet, and with that being said, thank you for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed the video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can hit 2000 subscribers before the end of the year. Cheers!